Okay, this video is for 12.8G, surface area of spheres. So similar to the homework yesterday when we talked about surface areas of cones and cylinders, to find the surface area of a sphere, or as you'll see as well, a hemisphere, which is like half a sphere, there are specific formulas again, where we're going to be looking for radiuses and things like that, and then we'll plug them into the formula, and we'll be able to evaluate what the surface area of our sphere or hemisphere is. So the first thing we'd like to do is to figure out what those formulas are. So like we talked about in class today, formula for the surface area of a sphere is surface area equals 4 times pi r squared. So it's 4 times the area of one circle. So all we need to know is the radius. So if we wanted to do problem number 3, find the radius of this steel ball, or find the surface area of this steel ball, tells us that the radius is 2.5 centimeters. So our surface area would be 4 times pi times 2.5 squared. Throw that into your calculator and you get 4 times pi times 2.5 squared. 78.54 centimeters squared. Alright. Then for a hemisphere, this can get slightly more complicated because a couple things occur when you cut a sphere in half. So basically a hemisphere we'll call half a circle, or half a, sphere. So if we just divide the surface area of an entire sphere in 2, we will get that the surface area of a hemisphere is 2 times pi r squared. But the problem with that is 2 pi r squared will give you the surface area of this much. But this top circle would not be open necessarily then. So if it's closed and we need to figure out what the area of that top circle is, we need to add one more pi r squared to this formula. And by adding pi r squared to this formula, we also will get what the surface area of that top is. And so this whole thing, 2 pi r squared plus 1 pi r squared, is 3 pi r squared. So most of the time we will use this 3 pi r squared piece. But if you want to have an open top, the surface area would just be 2 pi r squared. Now, and that's what this says down here. This is for the entire hemisphere, including the bottom. Now, let's figure out what the surface area of number 4 is. So I kind of covered it up, but the radius here says it's 8 centimeters, I believe. We'll go with centimeters, although that's not hugely important. So if the radius is 8 centimeters and we want to use our 3 pi r squared equation, we would say that the surface area equals 3 times pi times 8 squared. And putting that into our calculator, we get 3 times pi times 8 squared, 603.19 centimeters squared. And that's the surface area of that hemisphere.